Sage Wanderer here, and welcome to my van down by the river. So, Marco Rubio and Alex Jones had a little interface yesterday on Capitol Hill. If you haven't seen it, I highly urge you to go and see Alex Jones confronting, mocking, and making very uncomfortable one Senator Marco Rubio, or as we like to call him, Little Marco. So, I guess Alex Jones is probably about my size. I think I'm a little taller than him, and he's probably a little broader than me. But, he and I both have something in common. We're just tall enough to intimidate the crap out of most people if we stick our chest out and want to. So to see Marco Rubio threaten to whoop Alex Jones's ass there on Capitol Hill in front of all of the news cameras was very much hilarious. And he was very much afraid of Alex Jones. You could see it written all over his face. He was afraid of him. And Marco Rubio had armed security there. So it was kind of funny to see exactly how afraid he was of Alex Jones. He pretended not to know who Alex Jones was. He pretended not to have ever heard of InfoWars. And Marco Rubio was there to testify about net censorship. So if you're there to talk about internet censorship and you don't know who Alex Jones is, you're either ill-informed or a big fat liar. So let me tell you what I think. Go watch it for yourself, but it's pretty evident. Marco Rubio was lying his ass off. Marco Rubio, you're a liar, pants on fire. You knew exactly who Alex Jones is. You know who InfoWars was. Don't pretend like you don't know who he is. They deplatform Alex Jones. They take him off of everything, every kind of social media there is, and then they pretend to not even know who he is. You know what? When they took Alex Jones off of YouTube, he had 2.4 million subscribers. Do you know how many subscribers CNN has? 1.6 million. So this guy's got 600,000 more subscribers than CNN, and Marco Rubio doesn't know who he is. The deplatforming of Alex Jones is one of the biggest news stories. I mean, what did Alex Jones came on a show right at the time they deplatformed him and said his name was mentioned 356 times on the four networks that, CBS, Fox, NBC, ABC, other 5 or 6 networks. The big MSM, mainstream media, mentioned him like 346 times in one day. And Marco Rubio doesn't know who he is? Little Marco, you're either horribly ill-informed and therefore very much unqualified to be senator of anything. You need to go get a job as a dog catcher if you don't know who Alex Jones is. And you're in the government. You're in the government on a national level, and you don't know who Alex Jones is. You're a liar. You're a liar, little Marco. Liar, 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 liar. Seriously. This is why I'm not a Republican, because of people like him. This is why I consider myself still an independent, even though I will never vote for another Democrat for as long as I live. And I will only vote for people that are populists. And no populist in their right mind would be involved in the Democratic Party. If you're in the Democratic Party, you're a socialist communist. And if you're not, get out. If you're not a socialist communist, get out, because that's what they are. And rhinos aren't much better. And for Marco Rubio to pretend that he does not know who Alex Jones is was, first of all, he's a bad liar. I saw right through it. He clearly knew who he was. He was intimidated by him. The whole thing was hilarious. Thumbs up to Alex Jones for getting out in the 3D world and actually getting out there in person and making an appearance on Capitol Hill. They should have had Alex Jones in there testifying before the Senate, and instead of Mark Rubio, because Alex Jones is the tip of the spear in all of this discussion. And he is the first person to ever become person non grata, whatever they call to just be completely depersonalized, completely removed from society. And I guess maybe Marco Rubio was just following through by saying he didn't know who Alex Jones was, like everyone else has erased him. So maybe next they'll just pretend he's not standing there. They'll just pretend like they don't even hear Alex Jones. Like, he's talking and I don't even hear him. We used to do that to little kids to try to drive them crazy when we were little. Kind of worked on one kid, but we would pretend that he was we couldn't hear him, and then we would talk about how he died and go into his funeral and try to make him think he was an angel. This is the kind of games that geniuses play on other kids. and I had many willing accomplices. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're pretending that that Alex Jones isn't even a human being, you know. But for him to say that he doesn't know who he is, for him, you know, Alex Jones patted him on the back, and Marco Rubio jumped back and said, "Don't touch me." Rah, rah, rah. Rubio, you look like a fool, and you lost a voter for one, because I was a Marco Rubio fan before all of this. Before this thing happened, you know, I saw him speak, and I don't remember what it was. It was back during the campaign, and it may have been a rebuttal, a Republican rebuttal. It wasn't the one where he sipped water the whole time. And so they made fun of him. I think that was him that was, you know, let me get a drink of water. Let me get a drink of water when he's trying to do a speech. But it was another one, and he just was really articulate. He went after the Dems. He said everything I wanted to say to them. He was spot on, and Marco Rubio had my vote had he ran for president and Trump wasn't running. I was going to vote for Marco Rubio until he pretended not to know who Alex Jones was. Okay, so either he's pretending or he's not. Either one, it disqualifies you from being a senator, if you ask me. If you're a senator and you don't know who Alex Jones is, that's like being a senator and not knowing who Zuckerberg is. That's like being a senator and not knowing what Amazon is. I mean, Alex Jones is arguably one of the most famous people on the internet, period. And he has been since before the election, and especially since the election, and during this deplatforming, even people who had no idea who Alex Jones is learned who he was. So if you want a good laugh, if you want to see a liar in full mode, if you want to see Alex Jones make an absolute fool out of Marco Rubio, then you should look that video up. RT is offering it in its totality. You'll see many other people who are showing it and interrupting it and having commentary over it, and I've seen edited versions of it. But the whole interaction, I think, can be found on RT. But just Google Alex Jones and Rubio, and you'll get plenty of options. So check out the interaction between Marco Rubio and Alex Jones, and see if, like me, you think Marco Rubio was a liar, pants on fire. He knew who Alex Jones was, and for some stupid reason, he decided to lie to all of us. One thing I've learned about liars is that they don't just lie about the big things. They lie about little crap, because they would rather lie than tell the truth. The best way to catch a liar is to corner them on something mildly embarrassing but really isn't a big deal, and if they don't cop to it and they lie about it, then they're lying to you about everything. Marco Rubio, he's lying to us about everything. He's one of them. God save our republic.